Hey everybody, what up as I am? Hey Joy, Pure Joy. Come on in. I'm going to try to stay calm this scope and not go crazy because I got somewhere to go and I don't want to get too crazy hot. Hey Dr. Valerie, Stephanie Thigpen, thank you. Shelly Mack, thank you. Hey King's Kid, what it do everybody? Thank you. Prophetic Trap Houses, let's talk about it. Hey Lola, Pure Lola. God bless you, everybody that's coming in. Thank you so much for those of you that are tapping the right and giving me some hearts. And thank you to everybody that's coming in and inviting your followers and your networks. I want to talk really quick and I want to be calm. I know you guys are so used to me screaming and singing and doing all of that, but I just want to calm down, like for this scope, so I can get it all out. So can y'all please do not start with the come on somebody, come on somebody. Okay, come on, somebody. Let me get it right out the way. Hey, B. Miguel. Hey, Alex. God bless you. Facebook Live. Look, I want to be able to articulate without being so crazy. Shelly Mack, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Valerie, I'll let y'all sing it whenever you feel it's getting good and you want to sing Come On Somebody, just type it, okay? Just type Come On Somebody and I'll sing it in my head, okay? This is a great time. Jasmine Starks, come on. See, Jasmine Starks, y'all know how to stir me up. But listen, I'm going to give you a chance to invite your followers and networks. If this is your first time on my scope, let me know. And let me know where you guys coming from. Joshua J. Owens, I love when you put Ruffin. I just think that's the coolest thing, for real, in real life. What's up, Cheryl? Thank you, guys. See you, too. I appreciate you, Labrisha, for inviting followers. DD Page, what it do? Welcome from Florida. God bless you. Hey, Denise, I love you. Welcome from the VA. Riley, North Carolina, Indiana. God bless you all. Thank you for scoping with me. Thank you, Purpose Living, for inviting your followers. My mother inviting her followers. She learned how to do that. What up, RJ Bibbs? What it do? What it do? What it do? Listen. I want to be calm, y'all. First time from New York. If you guys want to see my personality and how I usually break out in song and I just kind of do some crazy stuff on my scope, I'm going to try not to do that, okay? I'm going to try. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Since my girl said that's my signature, I had to hit you with the 1-2 punch. Come on, somebody. Listen, hey, Taz, and shout out to Taz. She's going to be on 102.3 tonight. I'm going to share that, you guys, so you can check her out. It's one of my sisters in the Lord. I love her, and I'm excited for what God is doing in her life. Thanks, Britt Braff, for the hearts. So I want to talk about this. As many of you follow me on, if you follow me on Facebook, put up the emoji that raised the hands, because I'm sure you've been tracking with me with my stats that I've been throwing out there. In regards to this pulverizing spirit that we have allowed to invade the church. Okay, thank you so much for all of you that support me on Facebook. All right, I appreciate that, for real. Wow. And so one of the things I've been really talking about is I want to talk about why it is very important for many of us to be a part of these activations that are going on and to be activated. And one of the things I recognize is many leaders do not want activations in their region, in their cities, because if the people find out and figure out that the same God that is on somebody else that you may look up to as being anointed and appointed is also on you, okay? And so you are anointed, you are appointed, and so activation stir you up and allow you to be stirred up so that you're able to flow in the prophetic, so you're able to be confident, so you're able to walk out the purpose that God sent you in the earth to walk out into. And so many people do not want to see the people get activated. You know why? The reason why many people are intimidated at activations is because if you start dealing with activations and the saints find out that they got a prophetic grace and their eyes begin to open, then you won't be hoodwinked, you won't be bamboozled, and you won't be easily manipulated, right? You will be empowered. And so I'm excited that God is stirring up the apostles and the prophets to activate America and to go to different regions to activate, because now It is awakening the prophetic that's on the inside of people that have been locked up for so long. And many of you are about to be awakened, and you're about to launch out. You're being stirred up. You being, your God is beginning to stir that fire that's been shut down. And so many of you gonna be like Jeremiah with fire shut up in your bones, and you're gonna launch out. You're gonna prophesy, and you're gonna declare the word of the Lord, and you're gonna become aware of the anointing and the prophetic that's on your life. Many of you may not be in the office of a prophet, but the prophets that are stirring you up, imparting and activating you, have the ability to stir that prophetic that's been lying dormant on the inside and get you activated and get you going. And so many leaders do not want to see the saints of God be activated. And somebody asked me why. Why wouldn't people want to see people get activated? Because if you get activated and you ever figure out who you are in God, and you recognize that God sent you in the earth for a purpose, and there's an anointing on your life, and there's a mandate on your life, and that you've been called and you've been chosen, then you won't be punked to pay $5,000 and $10,000 for a prophetic word. And so I believe that the people of God is going to be, hey, Tiny Lee, welcome. You're going to wake up, you're going to rise up, you're going to recognize, wait a minute, I don't have to pay for something that God gives for free. And so the reason why I titled this, and this is a great time to invite your followers, you guys, I titled this Prophetic Trap Houses, is because the prophetic have been so just out there bad, with many prophets rising up and making the prophetic like a trap house. And so somebody may say, what is a trap house? Well, I'm from the streets. I'm from the gutter. I'm from the hood. Come on, somebody. I ain't always been saved. I'm from the ghetto, okay? And so trap houses is drug houses, and you see a lot of people that are addicted to crack cocaine, heroin, Molly, ecstasy, and all those drugs. And because they begin to become a hype man, they begin to seek out and search out the drug dealer. And they'll sell their rent money. They'll sell their kids' clothes. They'll sell their gas money. They'll sell anything to get a hit. And so that is what the prophetic is beginning to turn into, a prophetic trap house, where many people are so desperate and they got an itchy ear. And these people are running to prophets, from prophet to prophet, because they're looking for a prophetic word. And so you're selling your rent money. You're selling your gas bill money. Believe me, if these prophets are as prophetic as they are, they would know that you don't have integrity, and you're giving them money that do not belong to you anyway. Because if you giving a prophet your rent money, then you are out of order, because your integrity is for you to pay your bills on time and be a person of integrity. So if a prophet really know that you are not walking in integrity, and you're about to give them $1,000. Hey, Kevin, you're about to give them $1,000, and they're okay with you giving up your rent money. That is false, and that is not God, and that is not order. So I want to prophesy to some people and let you know that if you want a prophetic word, and you really want to hear from God, and you really want to be strong in the Lord, and you really want God to move in your life, you got to have secret integrity. That means that bill that the bill collectors are constantly calling you about, the bills that you owe for student loans, the bills that you got to defer bills because you giving a prophet $1,000. That $1,000 could have went on your kids' tuition for college. That $1,000 could have went on your student loan bill so you can get out of debt and the enemy can stop tormenting you. And so we need to really know what we're doing, how we're doing it, and if we're going to call a spade, can we please call a spade a spade? And so I want to encourage people that if the prophet tell you that a curse is going to be on your life because you refuse to give up $5,000, that prophet is bamboozling you, hoodwinking you, and witchcraft, because that prophet know good and well that the $5,000 you're about to give is about to be probably your rent money, your gas bill, your light bill, and your car note, and you're not operating in integrity because you just gave $1,000 or $5,000, and when you get home, your car is getting ready to be repoed, your kids about to be kicked out the house, and many women need to understand the reason why your marriage is jacked up, and the reason why your husband won't go to church with you is because your husband knows that you're ignorant, because you're giving up the rent money. You're begging to give up money for a prophetic word. Men don't really fall for the okie doke as much as women do. That's why you see churches and prophetic churches that are full of women, because women fall for the okie doke. Women fall for the okie doke. The spirit of the okie doke is on the women, and you go home and you just told your husband that you just gave up almost $3,000 or $3,500, and your husband trying to figure out why in the world are you going to a church and you're paying for the word, and that's why your marriage jacked up, and that's why your husband is not coming to church. So I just want to bring some clarity. I want to expose some wisdom, you guys. Look, and I just want to bring awareness that these, because you're desperate for a word, you have made the prophetic like a trap house. The prophetic has become your new Molly. People going crazy. Just go on the internet and look how these people are responding to Molly, and how they responding when they hit that Waka Flocka, and how they responding when they getting these new drugs. They losing their mind. They flipping over stuff. They running around like they're a lunatic. And that's how many of us are looking in the realm of the spirit. We running around these churches, we being bewitched. Yeah, we flipping, we falling, we turning over, we rolling over, we turning around 7 times, we telling our neighbor, and we done just gave up $5,000, and we excited because the man of God told us that God gonna bless you. Yeah, surely that's a word that you could have pulled straight up out of the 66 books. And the reason why it's easy for you to be hoodwinked is because you don't know word. And number one, prophets are, if we know word, we would be like Luke chapter 5. Jesus was a perfect demonstration of a position of activation and a position of a real prophet. A prophet do not hoodwink you, bewitch you, and tell you that you under a curse if you don't sow. If you sow, you're sowing because you want to give, and you making a sacrifice. A sacrifice is you're led by God. You're not hoodwinked, and you're not manipulated. And the reason why people say, touch not my anointed and do thy prophets no harm. Listen, people, that is a clear indication. That means touch not my money and do my economic status no harm. That means that when you start touching these prophets and you start touching their money and you start touching the economic system, you're touching their income, you're treading on dangerous grounds. But I believe that God has anointed me for such a time as this. And many people may say, wow, I thought that was the young lady that got the testimony of being delivered from homosexuality. Well, bam, I am her, but I am also a prophet to the nations. And prophets expose. Prophets are like Jeremiah. Prophets are like Ezekiel. Prophets are bold and they speak, they decree and declare. Most of all, prophets are like Jesus, and Jesus did a clear indication of this. Jesus did not just tell Simon, James, and John to give me your money, give me your fish, give me your abundance. Look at what Jesus did in Luke chapter 5. Jesus positioned James, Simon, and John by telling them, look, he got in the boat with them. That means that Jesus got on their level. Many prophets will not get on your level. They'll see you in the crisis and they'll tell you to give. And if you don't give, this gonna happen to you. And if you don't give, you under a curse. That is witchcraft manipulation. Prophets need to be able to get in the boat with you. Tell that prophet that just asked you for $5,000 to get on your level and come to your situation and reposition you so you can be blessed. Okay, come on, somebody. If you're a real prophet, you're gonna get on that person's level and you're gonna have compassion. But you going back to your mansion and you sending that person back to the hood and to the ghetto with the last $500 they had, they just put it in your pocket. Come on, somebody. We got to be for real in real life. We got to treat God's people the right way, and we got to expose the madness even if it costs you everything. Listen, I'm already dead, so can't nobody take away a platform. Look, if Periscope become my only platform, I'm a preacher because this my TV channel. Come on, somebody. Many of these people cannot say anything, and many of your leaders won't say anything. Why? Because they trying to get connected and they trying to get plugged. Well, I'm not trying to get plugged. I know my platform. The whole earth is my platform, not anybody's pulpit and not anybody sneaking me their business card and giving me an opportunity. So when we start to rise up and understand that you're a prophet and that you're a prophet to the nations and not a prophet to your neighborhood, God will begin to move in your life. And so this is a clear example. Hey, best friend, Devin Mays. And here's a clear example. Jesus got on their level. Jesus got in the boat. He repositioned Simon. He saw that Simon was, they were fishing in the, come on, Racina. They were fishing and they were out of order. So Jesus got in the boat with them and he repositioned them. And he said, listen, this is where you need to cast your net. So prophets are not going to tell you, give me $5,000. They're going to teach you how to cast your net and where to reposition yourself so that you don't have to rob Peter to pay Paul. So you don't have to spend you don't have to lack integrity and sow your rent money, your gas money, your car note and giving it to a prophet and you're penny. You will have the money to pay your bills and have integrity. So when you sow on good ground, you sow and you're launched. Okay. And so this is what I want to say. I want to say that Jesus, he got in the boat and he also repositioned them to the point where they got abundance and they got overflow and they got breakthrough. And when you get activated and when prophets begin to get in the boat with you and say, I'm with you, baby. I see your struggle, but I break struggle and need to and show you how to reposition yourself. And once you reposition, they'll position you to a place where you're going to have abundance more than enough. Not when you leave the service, you done been robbed, manipulated, raped of every dollar and every penny. You sold 8 times into the bucket until you don't got no money. You writing post-dated checks. And come on, somebody, you putting post-dated checks in the offering. At this point, they telling you to post-date your check when you get paid. You listen. Prophets don't do that, okay? Prophets position you so that you can be in a place of more than enough and a place of abundance. This is a great time to invite your followers. Prophets reposition. Come on, somebody, where you a bracket buster. And so Jesus is a clear indication. And the reason why, if a person got to take 7 offerings to come up with a couple dollars, they are out of order, and that is not God. Come on. All you got to do is get in the boat, reposition, and they gonna hit a place of more than enough. Look at how see, I done got stirred up and I'm supposed to be going somewhere at noon. Look at how Jesus repositioned them to the point that they broke the nets. They had more than enough. They had so much to the point that they walked in miracle signs and wonders and they began to forsake everything. So also, prophets, you don't have to do deliverance if you do activation, demonstration, and manifestation, because deliverance come right after that. And you look at how Peter, James, and John, they automatically launched into a realm of deliverance. It said they forsook it all and they followed Jesus. And so if you are operating from the kingdom principles and kingdom laws and kingdom perspectives, you don't have to manipulate, you don't have to pimp, and you don't have to prostitute the people of God. All you got to do is get on their level, reposition them, and cause them to enter into a bracket busting, net breaking season. And then you're going to see them forsake it all, and they're gonna walk away, and they're gonna become a follower of not only you, but a follower of Jesus Christ, period, point blank. I hope that blessed somebody. That's why I said, if you don't read nothing this season, please read the Gospels so that you can be kingdom minded and so that you don't have to be hoodwinked and you don't have to be merchandise and the house of God don't have to become a trap house. These prophets, false prophets, literally have these gatherings, and these gatherings look like a trap house. It's a bunch of addicts, a bunch of people that got an itchy ear and they need a word because they ain't read their word and they don't know word and they don't know God. And so they easily manipulated and they writing post-dated checks and they writing about 7 post-dated checks and talking about God gonna bless them. No, God is not gonna bless you because you 2 months behind on your rent. You 2 months behind on your cable bill. You 3 months behind on your light bill. You 4 months behind on your gas bill. And some of y'all phones are already disconnected. Your kids running around here with their shoes talking and a dirty t-shirt, and your baby ain't got no pampers, and you in somebody's prophetic line talking about God gonna bless you. Get yourself in order, get your life together, and know the word so you do not be bamboozled. My God. All right. You received that? Let me know. So, this is why activation is important. I believe this is an amazing scope, and I'm not saying this because I said it. I just believe this is an amazing scope, and I think you should invite your followers because your followers are the main ones that lack integrity. Women, get yourself together. Let's not be hoodwinked. Let's rise up and begin to declare, look, I'm not going to pay for something. Now, don't get me wrong, and let's not get it twisted. I do believe that you ought to honor the man and woman of God. You ought to walk in excellence. You ought to sow seed seed on good ground, and you ought to be a blessing, and you should sow into these conferences. You should sow into activation. You should sow into the man and woman of God. But what I'm talking about is, if you gonna sow, don't sow into my life if your cable and your gas bill and your light bill is cut off. I want you to pay your bills first and have integrity, because you're sowing into good ground, but you're not good ground. And the reason why you have not seen manifestation yet, many people have sown year after year and saying, where's my manifestation? You sowing and you ain't got integrity. You are manipulating yourself and you playing the dummy. God operates on kingdom principles and kingdom laws, you guys. Come on, somebody. You got to have your natural life in order before God adds some super to your natural. So you sowing and your life is jacked up, and every bill collector under the sun calling you, and you dodging bill collectors like you dodging bullets, but you got the nerve to be in somebody's prophetic line talking about you need a word. The only word you need today is pay your bills, have integrity, and be a woman or a man of integrity, and so that God can bless you. Because you cannot manipulate God. So you trying to pimp God by giving somebody a $500 seed, but you behind on your car note. That doesn't make any sense, you guys. We need some kingdom principle if we're going to operate and impact the kingdom. Some of the church people be the worst people. We are the worst people. And we have merchandise, the house of God, and these houses, these churches, and these gatherings look like a crack house party. When all the crack addicts get together, they so desperate, they run around like fiends to the prophet, begging for a word, because just like a crackhead, they are prostitute. They will sleep in prostitute or give up their son and daughter for sexual activity for a hit. And many of us are so desperate that we are on our way to a road of destruction because we run around selling everything we got for a prophetic word. And that is not God. So, hey, I can hear people now saying, who are you? I'm the mouthpiece of God for such a time as right now. Because many of these leaders won't say some of this stuff. You know why? You know why some of these leaders ain't going to go to the next level? Because you so afraid to open your mouth, and you like a muzzle, your mouth shut, and you preaching around situations. You know what? It's time for us to preach principle. It's time for us to speak truth. And it's time to turn the lights on. They've been off too long. Turn on the lights. And so people don't want to say nothing because they want to be invited at the next engagement. Well, if this blows many engagements, welcome. My name's Sophia Ruffin, and I'll utilize what I've been utilizing over the past few years. That is technology, and that is you impacting the streets, because you can't kick me off the streets. I'm not looking for a pulpit. That is complimentary, you guys. And so that's why a lot of leaders won't open their mouth, because they don't want to offend anybody, because they want an opportunity. Please. This is my opportunity. All right. I love y'all for real, for real. That's right, Britt Bright. I am church. All right, Racina. So, yeah, punks in the pulpit, some of the most masculine men, you know what? The most masculine men, they compromising and only hitting a certain level. But how many of us know that, and this is a good time to invite your followers, let them catch it in the news feed. I told God, I want to be like he was. I want to be like, I ain't modeling myself after no other man. From this day forward, I'm not modeling my ministry or who I am after any other person, okay? If you're going to mimic anybody, can you please read the Gospels? Don't even keep reading Paul's stories. As I told y'all, Paul was addressing the church. Read the gospel. So you can see that. When I read that and I said, my God, Jesus, you are so amazing that you got on their level. You taught them how to break brackets and how they followed you. So you telling people, if you sow $5,000 in 7 days, you're going to be delivered. In 7 days, your sons and daughters going to be delivered. And you done paid so much money, and your sons and daughters still out there doing the shenanigans. But be like Jesus. All right? So may that bless you. Again, I was reading from Luke chapter 5. May that bless you. May that stir you. My name's Sophia Ruffin. I'm the author of the book From Point Guard to Prophet. I have been delivered from the spirit of homosexuality. That is my testimony. But at the end of the day, I am a prophet to the nations. And the comeback kid is coming for you. The comeback kid is coming for you. 'Cause I'm a prophet to the nations. I'm a prophet. They thought I was just going to be speaking about homosexuality to the nations. And the comeback kid, I'm coming for you. The comeback kid, I'm coming for you. 'Cause I'm a prophet to the nations. Woo, people have told me, Sophia, listen, folks have told me, Sophia, you treading on dangerous ground. I'm a prophet to the nations. Hey, come to my book signing June 17th, you guys, Chicago Heights. My book will be here any day. Like, they'll be here any day, you guys. But June 17th is the book signing. I look forward to seeing you guys there. You can follow me on Facebook. If I can't be your friend, you guys, it's okay. Follow me so you can stay tuned to some of my posts and stuff like that. Talia Mays, I love you, sis. I'm a prophet. Come on, somebody, to the nations. I'm not looking for your pulpit. I am a prophet to the nations. That's what some of y'all need to say to these people. And if your leaders are compromising you guys, you need to pray. But that's a whole nother scope. Enjoy y'all day. I love y'all. Listen, tonight I will be at my first WNBA game. I'm going with my godmom to a WNBA game. That's right, Connie. There is more messages. I'll be at a WNBA game tonight. I'm going to scope just a little bit of that because I will be interceding for those young ladies that's in the WNBA. God done set me up for such a time as this, and I'm excited. Penny. Yeah. Now I can cut up on my scope because I released all of that. Mom, where? God bless you. All right? I love you, Mom, where? My mama screaming Penny's name. Yep. All right, you guys, I love y'all for real, in real life. For real, in real life. Go ahead, share this with your followers. B. Miguel, I got you. I want to meet you, B. Miguel. Granny Joe, I love you. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for supporting me, rocking with me. Also, the update on CBN. What is it? Is it CBN? Yeah, CBN, you guys. I will be on the show. They just still waiting to get 3 stories in this region, so I'm just on standby, you guys. So God is still moving. He's up to something, and I'm excited. Catch the replay. If you come back and watch the replay, I love you so much for real, in real life. I appreciate you for rocking with me and supporting me. Dr. Valerie, you the real MVP. Brit Brat, I'm hugging you, Brit Brat. Brit to the Brat. I don't know, I just love Brit Brat name. I don't know, but yeah. My mama screaming Tiny Lee. God bless y'all. Nearly 7 million hearts. Thank you so much. Be blessed, you guys. Peace out.